it is sync.
It's
Like
sync.
these youngins, these YNs as they call them,
Mm-hmm.
and these young ladies out here, they do, man. They fall hard and they just like they don't get up, and that's just you got to get up, babe. Like you know what I
Yeah,
mean. You can't like
but they're so used to the parents picking them up though,
yeah, right,
right?
right,
And then
right.
when they become adults, it's like you got to get yourself up. But we
Yeah,
ain't trained them to get themselves up because we've been
yeah,
picking them up, and I think that's the transition that's been rough. But hey, man, every day is a new day.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I just think that it's you know I'm not so much worried about you know her. I'm more worried about the young boys. You know what I mean? That's
Oh,
the
we got some time to rough them up.
yeah.
We need Uncle Brent to come over there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, yeah.
No, let them boys fall.
No, it's funny, man. My one boy, he was such a terror. You would have, you know, what I mean, he was such a terror when he was young, and we worked so hard to get him to control his emotion, and now I feel like he got soft. Like it went so completely opposite. Proud of him because he's emotionally strong. He's got emotional strength that I never had when I was young, so that's good. But sometimes it's just like here. There's one quick story, and we'll get the show popping. Thanks for everybody listening. But I just want to tell this one personal story. We were at Plymouth meeting, up in Plymouth meeting, right where Plymouth White Marsh is. You know that field right next to it,
Hmm.
where the park is, right there in the corner.
Yeah, right there, Joshua
Like
Road.
almost caddy corner from like the Wawa and
Yep, I know
stuff.
you're talking about. Hmm.
So we were in there, and we were just chilling, and he was playing with these two boys, and they started getting rough with him.
Mm.
And I'm just watching, seeing what he's gonna do. And I'm looking at the mom, and the mom's on the phone yapping, not even paying attention. And then they start like almost jumping him. It was like like a brothers. It was a little one and a small one. And I'm like, and I just like, yo, you know what I mean? Not my
Hmm.
fault. I mean that in your ear.
No, 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 yeah, yeah.
And I was just like, and he hurt me. But what he did was because he was so in his control of his emotion, he just came towards me because he heard me call him.
Mm.
And it was more of a like, yo, get your kids off my son.
Right, 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 right.
You know what I mean? Because they're hitting my son. And my problem was, and then Amanda went and had words with the mom because she's still on the phone, like nothing happened, like, oh, they just playing. And it's like, no, they really trying to jump my son. And I'm in my head, I'm like, damn, why don't you just steal him? You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like you had that, that nerve to throw your hands before, but now that you're so emotionally strong and controlled, you just wanted to get yourself to me, and you walked through people hitting you and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So that's my only concern about my youngin, is that like when we talk about sports and we're working out, I'm like, bro, you gotta learn how to turn that switch back. You
Yeah.
gotta, you gotta learn. We gotta figure out how to get you kind of on that edge where you can turn find that switch where you do get mad and you do get something. But I feel like he's so in control. If he lets that switch go, he don't know how to turn it back off. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, you got them boxing classes, them taekwondo classes.
Yeah,
Give him
he
a
be
little
in
more
the yeah,
confidence. Give him
yeah.
some confidence to make sure you know how to use it, and then you ain't have to worry about it too much because you know he know how to handle himself.
And I tell him all the time, I'm like, bro, you got like you can be nice and smile and joke, but be dangerous.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? You got as a man grown, coming up, you gotta know, you gotta let MFers know that you can be dangerous. You know what I mean? Just like this show, just like Gambling Nights, we are a dangerous podcast out here going on. Sorry, I just wanted to give that little side note of a personal story. I hope you guys, enjoyed it, or you can relate to it with your youngins. But you know what it is. Get your drink, get your popcorn. It is Gambling Nights starting right now. Money Pounds. Hey guys, this is your favorite neighborhood gambler, Moss Money. Thanks for clicking on my video. If you're into gambling, if you're into winning money at gambling, hell, if you love talking Eagles, this is the channel and the videos for you. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, tell a friend to tell a friend, and enjoy the shows. You know, I got to clean that up. I think we need a gambling nights opening, right? Something gambling nights. Like the little beginning is a little bit, but we need a gambling nights opening, man. So welcome everybody for another late night podcast of Gambling Night. Sorry for the tardiness or the lateness, as they say, getting on the late night, but hey, that's what it is. I am your host. I'm the CEO. They call me Moss Money. Of course, I got my guy with me, Humble. And I don't know why. We always come in dressed in black, something dark. come
Fresh off the gym.
Yeah, come ready for it. You know what I mean? But man, we got a great show for you guys tonight. We have a couple really hot topics going on right now. Some candid videos and interviews that I haven't seen yet. We would like to do that to give live, full reactions to what's going on in the sports world today. We typically do sports hot takes and gambling stories, but of course, sports is the gift that keeps on giving. And we have a couple highlighted sports news to talk about. Cam Newton finally responds to his critics. Michael Parsons versus Jerry Jones. WNBA, and Donald just being Donald. As we continue to go through, what is it? 8 months, 6 months? I know we didn't hit a year yet. Of this,
think about it.
Of this fiasco of the presidency of the Donald Trump. That
6 months.
6 months that was. And the majority, I guess, of the popular people was up, and now that shit is coming crashing now, or has crashed already. All right, so let's start with the hottest take of the day. Let's talk about Cam Newton responds to all the people talking about his top 10 NFL quarterbacks and leaving Jalen Hurts.
I haven't seen a response. He was a response?
There is a response.
Come on, Cam. I fuck with you, Cam. Let's have
code response. I haven't seen it yet. It's a good amount of time. So without further ado, this is Cam Newton's response to all the slander he's gotten on his NFL top 10.
Cam Newton.
Anything that Cam says is going to go viral. Box office. Who hotter than me?
Well, Cam's wrong.
Cam Newton went to 3 Pro Bowls. Jalen Hurts already been to 2. Cam Newton was an MVP and he got to the Super Bowl and he forgot to bring his cape.
Mr. Ryan Clark, you're attacking the messenger and not attacking the message. Terrell Owens, we all know that you don't have the best relationships with your quarterbacks. Me being a quarterback, I'm just going to leave it at that. Gilly, you posted me on your social story. And Peggy, I got a question to ask. Can you name me one Gilly the Kid album? Damn. Did you know his album was Philadelphia?
Damn. Jalen Hurts is the quarterback you got to go through in the NFC to win the Super Bowl.
You do not need to go through Jalen Hurts.
Who do you need to go through?
The Philadelphia Eagles. Damn. So since that we want to attack the messenger, Ryan Clark. Okay, let's pull up your stats. Second team All SEC. We cannot relate. Undrafted in 2002. We cannot relate. 1 Pro Bowl in 2011. We cannot relate. People keep attacking Cam, the person, or why he didn't jump on the fumble, comparing and contrasting. So when I compare and contrast you guys' statistics and Dan Orlovsky, never mind. But the message here is, Jalen Hurts, this has nothing to do with me hating. Eagles fan, this has nothing to do with me being bitter. This is just my thought process in evaluating quarterbacks. Let's make people debate about sports again. There's too many homeboys in the industry. There's too many insiders that are moved by relationships. Well, you're not talking about the person. You're more or less talking about their performance. And that's what I will talk about. Did you know, Peggy, Jalen Hurts only threw for 2,900 yards in the whole season?
Yeah, 2,903 yards.
Did you know that his former teammate at Alabama, Tua Tagovailoa, threw for 36 yards less? You know the kicker in that is?
What is it?
Tua only played in 11 games. Baker Mayfield threw for 4,500 yards, 41 touchdowns, and 16 interceptions. Justin Herbert's stats, 23 touchdowns and only 3 interceptions. So what are we talking about here, ladies and gentlemen? Cam hating on Jalen? No, that's not the case. He doesn't need to play elite for his team to be successful. They're not winning games solely on his performance. That's the elite guys is. He lacks nothing in the skill department. But like I told him, Team situation doesn't require you to showcase your individual talent. These guys that I put on the list are all valid. So stop coming for me as if I don't know this game of football.
Ooh, Cam Newton firing back at every single person with a platform who had a comment. Trying to digest what he's saying. Obviously, I think we had this conversation before, me and you, last week. By default, if you're a Super Bowl MVP, it's almost like you should be in the top 5. Right?
By default. And do we want to run them Super Bowl stats up?
Yeah. Like
do we want to run those Super Bowl stats up?
But Cam Newton's stance of this is evaluating the quarterback position as quarterback stats. He ain't talking about winning. He ain't talking about clutch. And he's not talking about what Jalen Hurts has done since he's been in the league. He's talking about are numbers, because you see how he went. He talked about Tua's numbers. He talked about Herbert's numbers. He talked about it's not Mayfield. Yeah, Baker Mayfield. We talked about Baker's numbers, right? Not talking about winning and losses.
Mm-hmm.
Just what can the player do statistically from the quarterback position. Interesting, he didn't talk about Jalen's legs as him being a running quarterback.
Correct. So, 2,900 yards. How many rushing yards and rushing touchdowns did he have?
I think he had like 700 and he had over 10 rushing touchdowns.
So he damn near had 1,000 and 2,000, right? Like, what are we talking about?
I mean, this has always been, the knock from Jalen. Jalen's not going to throw for 4,000 yards. He's just not. One, he doesn't really need to because of the way the team is put together. But he's just not going to throw for 4,000 yards. That's not the type of quarterback he is.
Mm-mm.
And I think Cam here is responding to everybody, doing the right thing, standing on his business, just the personality that he is. But I mean, he has some receipts for some cats that I thought was pretty hilarious. I didn't know Clark didn't have no numbers.
Well, if he's comparing him to himself, right? Clark was a really good player.
No, he was a good.
But he's not a Hall of Famer. Cam
Cam
is almost a Hall of Famer.
Nah, Cam ain't almost.
You don't think he'll be Hall of Famer?
Nah.
League MVP? No, maybe not.
Nah,
okay.
No. He had that one magical year, and that was really it. You know what I mean?
Hold on. Let me see.
Because I think Cam threw for 5,000 yards almost, and he had like almost damn near 50 touchdowns. It was like it was video game shit. Now that fumble was funny. I remember he made a business decision not to go for that fumble. And Brian Clark said Cam was out there with no cape. He forgot to bring his cape to the game.
So there is video of Cam on his podcast during the Super Bowl time period. I'm not sure if it was before the Super Bowl or right after, that Cam said that Jalen Hurts was an elite quarterback. That was from Cam. It's on tape. I can try to search and find it. I can't find it. I didn't know I needed to find it. So it's around February-ish.
Let's get these receipts on Cam Newton.
Right. And he said that Jalen Hurts, I think whether he wins the Super Bowl, whatever the situation is an elite quarterback in the league. And now we didn't even get to the next season yet. And now all of a sudden he's not the top 10. Like, it doesn't make any sense, Cam. And I get how great you were. And you're all-time quarterback in this era, as far as your college.
I got it.
You got it, right?
I got it.
Can we please play the evidence, please?
I got it.
Tell me what changed between February to July.
Let's see. Let's bring up. Come on now, Cam.
Please show the receipts.
We got it. We need these receipts, Cam. You can't be out here talking big dog talk and forgot about it. Somebody gonna pull this joint too. Somebody has to. All right, let's see. Do you think Cam is jealous? You think this is
I don't-
jealous thing?
No, I think, and this is what I think Cam is really thinking that, and I think he's thinking at it as pretty much the quarterback being the main centerpiece of the team puts him into the top 10 or not. Right. And I think Jalen Hurts, yes, does have a great supporting staff. But Jalen Hurts been doing this. It wasn't just last year. He was the second runner-up to MVP 2 years ago. Right?
Yep.
He's been to the Super Bowl twice. Like at some point, you gotta give the man the respect he earns. He's a Super Bowl MVP. What did he drop? What was Jalen Hurts' stats in the Super Bowl?
They weren't that crazy. The first Super Bowl he went.
How many? So first Super Bowl he had 5 touchdowns, right?
Yeah, he had something, and then I think he threw for like almost 300 yards in that touchdown in that game.
300, 400 yards, something like that.
But the second one was such an ass whooping. He didn't really have to do much. I think he had like 230, 240 yards, and then they pulled him, right? Remember they pulled him in the
3
fourth.
Touchdowns, right?
And I think he had like 3 touchdowns,
3 or 4 touchdowns. I can probably look it up.
But he was super efficient. Like he didn't miss many balls.
That's what I'm saying. Like
You know
he
what I
played
mean?
super elite in all these things. Please show the tape. I want the tape to be rolling.
Here it is.
Or Super Bowl put Jalen Hurts in the
Turn me up. Turn me up.
QB group.
I think so.
Let's run it back. Let's run it back. Let's run it back one more time, so people in the back can see it.
Does this season or Super Bowl put Jalen Hurts in the elite QB group?
I think so.
So Cam, tell me, how he not in the top 10?
And when was this?
And you didn't buy that hat. You made it.
Or somebody made it for him.
Somebody did something for him with a Utah Jazz hat on. God, man. Come on, man. I don't even know what kind of hat that is. It's a 4-leaf clover with a deer on it.
Let's see.
Come on now, Cam.
I just knew it was out there because I remember hearing it.
Right. This ninja Cam Newton hating because Jalen Hurts been in 2 Super Bowls, outplayed Mahomes 2 times, also in the Super Bowl MVP. And not even that, they put the numbers up, Philadelphia underdogs. He about to break Cam's rushing record. You know how these cats don't like these rushing records. Now, Allen's up there too. I think Allen and him are tied, which is kind of surprising. I know Allen had that many rushing touchdowns. But I think he's been a starter in the league longer than Hurts, if I'm not mistaken. But still, numbers are numbers. But I think Cam has 75 and Jalen and Allen have 65. I think that's where they are. So Jalen's about to pass Cam, more likely this season or the next. I think since he's been a starter, he's almost averaged 8 rushing touchdowns.
I just think it's blasphemy to not put the Super Bowl MVP
It's crazy.
in your top 10, and you're finding people in the back end of that. Baker Mayfield, really?
It's wild.
Is this what we doing?
That's what we're doing.
Justin Herbert, who has
And
done
why we
nothing.
gotta hate each other, bro? We're supposed to lift each other.
It easily should be in there. Easily.
By default.
Hey, we got the receipts. We showed the receipts that
We did.
less than 5 months ago, he was an elite quarterback, and somehow 5 months later, he's not in the top 10 or your top 10. So, and this has been a story, but I know who my quarterback is, and I know he focused on this year. You know,
Absolutely.
He's all about business. He put last year to bid from what he's saying, and he's moved on to 2026 season. And you know, to the point he didn't even, I know you just seen a video I sent you. He didn't even put his ring on. And that's his mentality.
He said we already passed that.
Yep. The man didn't even put the Super Bowl ring on his finger. And there's pictures that show that he was not wearing the Super Bowl ring.
Yeah.
He kept it in the box.
He kept it in the box, which is kind of wild.
It is wild. But if that's his mindset to keep him focused and keep him engaged and to what's up and coming, I mean, listen, I'll take that.
And we talked about it last week. If you guys want to check out that show, when we talked about Jalen Hurts as a top 10 quarterback, and this is debate kind of, is winning enough on the trajectory of where he's going to be in the Hall of Fame? Because I think you made another great take. He really is on that Troy Aikman trajectory, right? On a great team, offensive and defensive, got possible Hall of Famers around him everywhere, and he's good enough to just keep winning. Right? Just kind of keep winning. We talk about this all the time with the Philadelphia Eagles. These are the years where, he'll probably get another one in the next 2 years, if not this year. It wouldn't surprise me. I don't think it would surprise anybody.
It just hurts me because we criticize people for the situations that they're in. But yeah, how many times we've seen players with teams that are loaded, that are paper champions, and that's done shit.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But this man gets the team to the Super Bowl and wins the Super Bowl. And now we're gonna act like he's not a good quarterback or he's not a top 10 quarterback, not a top 10 quarterback.
And the receipt says he was elite.
It's crazy.
It is crazy. It is crazy. All right, Cam, we'll let you live for now.
You got cats on that list that ain't even barely sniffed the playoffs on that list. That's what's crazy. This man been to Super Bowl twice. Not a top 10, but you got cats on the list that ain't even sniffed the playoffs. Barely.
He ain't never sniffed the playoffs. Dallas.
Just because we signed him doesn't mean we're going to have him. He was hurt 6 games last year. Seriously. We've signed, I remember signing a player for the highest paid at the position in the league, and he got knocked out 2/3 of the year, Dak Prescott. So there's a lot of things you can think about when you, just as the player does, when you're thinking about committing and guaranteeing money.
So Michael Parsons and Jerry Jones are using the media to have a contract dispute. And this is the owner, billionaire, Jerry Jones, talking about how he looks at signing players to making them the highest paid players in the league, because that's what Micah kind of deserves. He's put the numbers up, and to correct him, Jerry, it was 4 games that Micah was out, and Micah still had like 12, 13 sacks, which is silly. But here's Michael Parsons' response after this response when he suddenly showed up to practice opening day for training camp and had some back tightness.
At the end of the day, they sign the checks like always, and let's see if they want me to be here at the end of the day.
Does this help you being here for your teammates? Do you think this helped get the contract done?
Nah, I think they got their own timeline of when they want to get things done. At any given time, they could get things done, so I don't think that helps. I just think I'm doing this for myself and my teammates. Like I said, this isn't for Jerry, this isn't for Steven. This is for guys like Trey. This is to help guys like Donovan, Sam, guys who I know I can get better just by being here and being there for them.
Mike, are you getting frustrated?
No, I'm not. You know what I mean? I've been pretty successful over my course of these last couple of years. So, I'm going to just let God do his work.
When do you anticipate doing more than what you've done today? When do you anticipate doing more than you've done today?
Whenever my body feels at its best.
So you're not technically holding in. You're going to do you're going to participate fully in camp at some point?
Yeah, whenever my body's fully operating the way that we need it to, and
look at Diggs.
Things like that.
You're not worried about injury risk?
Whenever they sign that check,
if you go out here and do
my
something,
body gonna feel good.
Extension?
If that's the case, I wouldn't be here right now. You know what I mean? I care, like I said, I care about my teammates. They need to see me out here putting in the work. Not at home. I did that for the last 4 or 5 months. So they need to see me out here with H, Britt, whatever I need to do to make sure I'm at 100%. So that way week 1 I can play.
Why are you not at your best right now? Why is your body not at your best right now?
Just an injury that I just feel like is bothering me, something that I feel like is going to hold me back, so I just need to rehab.
You got your back
His pocket.
Right. It's
the same thing, right?
Yeah, back tightening. Heavy squat.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Players in the league that you reached out to, similar situations.
Those heavy squats got me.
No, everyone, like I said, everyone got a different story. There's some teams where guys like Max, who's like, man, they knew I was coming up and they just want to take care of him. And I just say, must be nice, you know what I mean?
Is it hard to be patient to try to get a deal?
Oh, no, patience is a virtue. I think it's
saying the right things, though.
I think life is all about patience, knowing when it's your turn, when it's your opportunity, and you maximize it.
You always help him when he's doing the rehab. Are you helping him with the contract? Because you got yours a little early.
Yeah, of course. It's telling him to stay patient. It's coming. He's the best player in the NFL.
I don't know what he's doing there.
Knowing that
Does he look like he's an agent? I don't know what's going on with this.
No, he's a player.
I know, but is he playing agent? I don't know.
Yeah.
For me, I think this was the first step. Just showing people I want to be here. Body language, being engaged with the guys,
dude in the
making
back
sure
with
everyone's
the mic
feeling
in his
all right.
face. Like,
And obviously, the next step we on the field, showing them how it looks like when it's done. Showing what it's like to play at a really high level, and we're gonna get there. We're gonna keep taking advantage. Like I really meant it. This offseason is my turn. This is my turn to lead this defense, and I plan on taking full advantage of that.
is that part of you that knows that whenever you get it done, you will be the highest paid non-quarterback?
Yeah, I feel like I'm the best at what I do. You know what I mean, you can argue whoever, but stats, numbers don't lie. The consistency's there, and the availability's there.
You reached out to least top three. You reached out to Jerry in March, and you guys had your meeting. Why not reach out to him again and say, "Hey, let's go and do this"?
Because, like I said, my agent's been reaching out. At one point, another grown man has to be willing to reach out as himself. You know what I mean? Like communication works both ways. They reached out, so that needs to happen too. They gotta want to do it on their part.
David reached out to the Joneses?
Yeah, for sure. David, I mean, not the Joneses, but Adam, whoever the little in-betweener is, you know how they do it.
Do you feel like the Cowboys want to get a deal done?
I mean, honestly, for me, it really don't matter. Like I said, I've been pretty consistent. If they don't want me here, then
Crazy,
don't want
he
me
ain't
here.
wearing no
I
cowboy
go about
shit.
my business.
How
I
about
understand
that?
the nature
Go
of the
about my
business. Like I said, as long as I'm here and under contract, I'm gonna do what I have to do to perform at the highest level. But if this is the end, this is the end. There's the same way that Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones and the other Jerry Jones take care of their family. It's the same way I need to take care of my family. You know what I mean? I got my own 3 kids of my own, so we all need to take care of our own family at the end of the day.
So really long-winded, man, but getting really messy out there in Jerry world. Because I don't think Dak really spoke out as candid as this. This is a really lengthy interview with a lot of questions and how Michael Parsons feels. And I think he's absolutely correct in how he feels. Why should he put his livelihood and his body at risk again, when he's severely underpaid? And I'll get the numbers of where he ranks from a salary standpoint, but there's no doubt in my mind from the body of work that Michael Parsons has done, he's a top 3 pass rusher in the league. You can argue, might be even top 2, him and TJ. And maybe trying to think who else would be that third. But in that tier of elite pass rushers, is really just kind of those two who sit on the top of
another one that's holding out. Got Trey Hawkins.
Yeah, Henderson. Yeah, we'll get to that too with the training camp updates. But I don't think even though he's done it twice, I don't think he's in Parsons' league, in my opinion.
The stats tell you more.
Yeah,
he got more sacks than Parsons in 3 years.
No, he does. But Parsons was also hurt.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not arguing. I'm just saying,
but I mean, he should be paid like he's
100%
the top player in the league. And like there's no doubt in my mind that he should be. But I mean,
I think Micah Parsons is 3 on the list. I mean, he's nowhere. He's not Myles Garrett. He's not JJ. He's not JJ Watt. So I'll put Micah Parsons at 3, Troy Hawkinson maybe at 4. So you can kind of go that route. But either way, he needs to be top 4. He needs to be paid in that $40 million, $38, $39 million range, which is what they're going for. And that's where you got to be. And if how can it's something with these. Listen, I know these guys are old owners. So it needs to be an age limit at some point now, because these guys are just going crazy up there in the ownership, between Brown from Cincinnati, who looks like a skeleton up there trying to talk, and then you got Jerry Jones, who we know he like whatever.
Yeah,
pay these dudes, man. Pay these dudes their money. They worked hard for it.
Yeah. It's tough, and we talked about this before.
Injuries is a part of the game.
They can't pay all 3. They can't pay Dak. They can't pay CD, and they can't pay Parsons.
Well, let him go. Let him go then. Okay, because Philadelphia, we got an open checkbook.
So there's an interview for those who are watching. There's an interview. I interviewed Michael Parsons' dad, and Michael Parsons is from the Harrisburg, PA area. And what people don't know is that Michael Parsons is a Dallas fan. Michael Parsons' dad is a Dallas fan.
Ask Michael if he's a Dallas fan now. that money ain't right. He ain't gonna be no fan of Dallas.
Yeah, right. Now they not Dallas fans anymore. And Michael Parsons' grandfather is a Dallas fan. So him going to Dallas was a dream come true. But
Until it became a
like he said, he understands the business. He has an agent for a reason. The agent's handling thing. It's not Diggs. I don't know why Diggs is even there. Maybe just supporting his boy and helping him field questions. I don't remember Diggs going through anything like this, but maybe he did.
Diggs got paid though.
Yeah, Diggs did get paid. So, it looks like another non-playoff year for the Dallas Cowboys. Because without Michael Parsons, they are not going to the playoffs. I'll tell you that right now.
With or without. You feel me?
Yeah, I feel you.
With or without. When Dak is at the helm.
The danger is with. They're a little bit more dangerous.
At the helm, he's gonna be Dak. He's gonna be ass. When Dak is playing, Dak's ass. That's what it's gonna be.
But if you looking at his numbers as a rookie, he was I'll just give you the stats of what Michael Parsons is. As a rookie, Pro Bowler, first team All-Pro, defensive rookie of the year, and he finished second in defensive player of the year. Second year, he played all games all first 3 years, had 13 and a half, and 14 sacks. Pro Bowls in all 4 years. All Pro in all 3 years. Finished top 3 as a defensive player of the year in the first 3 years. And last year got hurt, played 13 games, but still had 12 sacks. You know what I mean? Like his numbers are silly. Like he hasn't had under 10 sacks his whole career. And last year was the first year he didn't play a full season. And Jerry talking about this.
I wonder what they asking for and where's Jerry at with the number? Like what did you think he was going to pay? Or what is he asking for? Is he asking for more than JJ Watt or Garrett?
I would it's got to be Garrett level.
Highest paid, 43 million, I think.
Something like that.
41
quarterback player. Let's see. Who's the highest paid non-quarterback player? It's TJ Watt. He just signed for 3 years, 30 million, 108 million in fully guaranteed, 41 million a year.
41. So he needs to be in a 40. Yeah, originally said
what? So and Garrett's 40. And Hunter is 36 and Crosby is 35. So yeah, you're absolutely right. He needs to be paid at least Myles Garrett and TJ Watt. He needs to be paid at least 40 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
At least.
And same for Hockenson. They both right to the same tier statistically.
Yeah. You can make a case for that. All right. You kind of talked about it, and we'll just kind of run through it at the moment. Training camps. So NFL football training camps have started. And we've already talked about the higher end news of Michael Parsons, but he's not the only one. There have been a couple reported camp holdouts. Crazy. It's top ones are in the NFC, right? The other one is Scary Terry McLaurin.
Yeah.
Holding out with the Washington Redskins. Another one who is holding out is, you said it before, Trey Henderson has begun this holdout with the Cincinnati Bengals. I think there's another no name.
And their first round pick.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Stewart. Shamar Stewart. I don't know what Cincinnati's doing. What are they doing?
Did you hear what he said about Stewart?
But hold on. But yeah, let's talk about Stewart. What do you think about the contract speculations that they're talking about?
It's not speculations. It's what he said. They're trying to implement new amendments to the contract where it protects them from having to pay players for
serious offenses,
off field issues, right?
Yeah,
their example
That's kind of
if
I don't
he
know.
was to go to jail and all this other stuff.
Yeah, like if you're the GM,
Mhm.
you're the owner. Are you signing off paying a guy $8 million if they go out and get in a car accident and hurt somebody and they go to jail? Like, I don't know, bro. Like that's you're an NFL professional player. You need to have a responsibility and
Mhm.
not doing any. Now, if it's a clear accident or something like that, bang bang, they hit you and they got hurt or something like that. Okay. But if you're drunk, you're speeding, you're running red lights, you run from the scene, all these things that we've seen before already, like, no, I shouldn't be paying you $6-8 million to sit
Yeah,
in jail.
then cut him. Then cut him. Because it goes the other way. So if I don't have to pay you, then I can still have your rights to you. Then what?
So okay,
If I go to jail,
yeah,
you have I'm signing off that you don't have to pay me,
right.
but you still have my rights. Is that what we saying? Is that the conversation we gonna have?
No, you're completely done.
Then cut me.
Right. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
We ain't got to worry about the language. You should be it should be at
Yeah.
will.
Yeah, if you're not going to
cut
pay
me.
me, then you should
You gotta
release
release
me.
me. I ain't gonna not pay you and still have the rights to you.
Yeah,
And
okay.
then
Yeah, no,
because
I'm
you was in
okay with that.
jail
Yeah,
for
for sure.
whatever you in jail for, then I can. Oh well, yeah, we're not gonna pay you. Like no, that's not how it go.
Yeah, no, I'm okay with that.
If that's what it is, if that's the language.
Well,
But don't start with me.
Well, we only get one
That's
side of
what
the
Stewart's
story
saying.
too.
Stewart's saying don't start with me. That's not like I'm not trying to do no
Yeah,
shit. Like,
we only get one side of the story, so we don't know what some of the language or what the player is looking for. I just heard that from the GM about what they say that the player is asking for, but that's a great point. They still own the rights to
right.
the player.
I think that's what I think that from what the agent is saying is that we're not going to sign something that way because we don't feel like it's best interest for anybody. Not
You think he goes back to where is he from? Texas A&M?
He can go back to Texas A&M.
Would you? What would you do?
Unless they're going to come and restructure that contract the way I want the contract to be structured, I go right back and yeah. Fuck,
And him going back to Texas A&M as he was a top 15.
No, I don't
pick?
think he has to. He won't even have to play. Just stay in shape. Just re the draft.
Okay.
I wouldn't risk him playing to.
The NIL money though, you're gonna get millions of dollars.
Yeah, I mean that's true. I mean it depends. I don't know if he can reclassify and go back. I don't know.
I think they said he can go back and play.
Oh, okay. Well, if the $8 million or whatever he's going to get to go back and play, then if that's what he feels like he wants to do, and then go back in the draft. And
yeah, and I mean, but it is a risk though. It is a huge risk.
Is it a risk? It's a risk.
It's a risk. It's definitely a risk. And like we said, Trey Hendrickson, Hendrickson, they try to get something done, but it doesn't look like they're going to get something done. I just named the names of the players of 41, 40, Max Crosby's 36. Where do you think Trey falls?
Right between the Max Crosby's and
Garrett.
And I would probably say Garrett or Micah Parsons, whoever's going to be third. I think I got him at the fourth spot.
Okay.
I mean, back-to-back seasons, leading the league in sacks.
17 sacks.
That's not
It's not easy.
It's not easy to do.
Yeah, I mean, when we had money here, I liked him here. I think he would fit right in with the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But he's 30.
He's 30.
Yeah, and we're not going to pay a 30-year-old $40 million. That's not like TJ Watt. Like you're just not.
I think that's his argument. So I don't know where he wants to land at, but I would probably say like the 38 to 40 range for him.
Yeah, that's
probably more leaning on the 38, but.
And they just signed Chase to $40 million. They chased T. Higgins too. So, it's gonna be tough.
Offense was never their issue. It was their defense is trash.
But they had to sign them. I mean, you can only sign so many people to max contracts.
You didn't have to sign T. Higgins.
No, you did.
What? Then you're gonna have a loaded offense and a trash ass defense, and you'll be right in the same boat.
I mean, that's the Cincinnati Bengals for you, right?
Right. That's what I'm saying. That money you can save on T. Higgins and get that shit to fucking Hawkinson, and then you got the Stewart on the other side. Now you building something, but now both your players is sitting home.
Yeah, it's crazy. Both the defensive line too. Crazy.
Right, exactly what you need.
Take the over and in their games. Take
For
the
sure.
over.
For sure.
One more is Trey Harris. Chargers rookie Trey Harris that's holding out. Rams tight end Terrence Ferguson is also holding out. Those are just the kind of top names that we have. I don't know. What do you think McLaren falls?
Scary Terry? I don't know, man. That's a tricky one because you got a young quarterback. If you didn't have a young quarterback and Jaden Daniels in his second year, then I can see you kind of like, you know what? I don't know if he's worth paying. It'll be a hard let go, but maybe he's still young. He's still trying to build. He might have to build a different route. But to help your quarterback continue to grow, I think you kind of need Scary Terry. So you're going to have to pay him what he wants. I don't know where he will land at. I got him as like a, price second tier, but I don't know. Depending on how many receivers we're talking about, I got him in that second tier bracket.
And then Juan Jennings, I'm looking at too, is possible, but I don't think I heard anything about Juan Jennings from the Niners receiver.
Jawan.
I'm sorry, Jawan Jennings is the other one on the docket. But yeah, football's
in back either, right? I think
yeah, because Ayuk is hurt.
Yeah, he's still hurt. Yeah.
Debo's in Washington, and all they got is Jennings. And they just paid. I think that I saw they just paid
Kittle.
Yeah, they just paid Kittle. So
and they paid Birdie.
Yeah, and they paid Brock. Yeah. So
you need Jennings. Pay Jennings. Give him that second to third tier money.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good. There's good timing for Jennings to get paid.
It is. It's a great time. It's a great time. It's a smart move.
Got to do it.
Move. Well, you know what else is not a smart move though? Let me say that's a smart move, but you know what is not a smart move? It's your president. This is your president.
And you know what? Don't throw that my way. Don't throw that my way at all.
President Donald Trump is yelling out demands once again from the NFL. And this one has gotten some backing even before he said something when they made the name change. So this is about the name change to the Washington Commanders and the Cleveland football team, and changing the names to the original names of the Washington Redskins and the Cleveland Browns.
No, Indians, baseball. You're talking about baseball.
Oh, I thought he said the Cleveland Browns too.
No, not the Browns. The Browns is good. It's the Cleveland Indians that they're the Guardians.
Oh, no. I thought I saw one with him talking about the Cleveland Browns.
Only thing about the Browns news that came out today is that they got a
Kenny Pickett starting.
But they got a triple brown jersey sponsored by Dude Wipes. And on the opening or whatever they did to show it, the man fell off the pier and went to the water. It was crazy. It was a funny situation.
Oh wow.
But anyway, that's the only Cleveland Browns news we got going on.
Okay, no, you're right. It is the Cleveland. I thought it was some of the Cleveland Browns too as well.
Yeah, he's just dealing with the Indian people.
Again, out here throwing demands, and then I think also threatening. I think Washington is looking. Josh Harris, is it Josh or John? I think it's Josh.
Josh,
right? Josh Harris is looking to add a new stadium or do something with Washington, and Donald is threatening to block it. Man, it's just crazy how the president of the United States is jumping into the sports arena and blocking owners from making teams because he feels like the history of the Washington Redskins name should be back. As we all know, they changed these names to help support the indigenous folks of our Native American Indian heritage people that live in this country. I feel that Native American Indians have been really consistent about getting those names changes for those teams, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
Over a long period of time.
Correct.
So what do you think about this, man? What do you again, we can go in lengths of the president overstepping his boundaries here. But I mean, what do you feel about what we're seeing here from the president of the United States, and what would you do as the owner of the Washington Commanders?
I wouldn't do nothing. They will be where they are. We're about continued progress, right?
Yeah.
It seems like there's only one person or amongst of a lot of people that want to go backwards, and that's this Trump administration of trying to bring us back and not move us forward. And this is another example of that. I think this is just another um, distraction because he has a lot of heat that's been coming down on these Epstein files. I think we touched on that last week. So this is
Yeah.
just another thing he threw out there over the weekend, along with a lot of other stuff. So it's just another distraction. He's trying to figure out what's going to stick. This ain't going to stick. Unfortunately for Josh Harris, if he's going to move forward with something like this, it could slow him down. I don't
Mhm.
know how much power he has because of that field of RFK Stadium. It is owned by the federal government, but I think it's actually leased out for
Oh,
like 99 years.
you are right, because DC has its own kind of set of rules, right?
Correct. Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
But
Yep.
but
Yep.
RD I think RFK Stadium, I don't know if that's DC or if it's in Maryland, but I'll have to look at it. But I do know they own that it's federal property. But
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
also think they leased it out for like 99 years. So they really don't have control. Um, but I'm sure that's his threat. So for the Washington Commanders, that would be his only threat to kind of slow them down. But what are we really talking about here? Why is this a topic? We've moved past this. We've moved
Yeah.
past this.
No, we have moved past it. When they made the change, there was a little uproar.
Right. We moved
Yeah,
past
but it's already it's dead. They're the Washington Commanders.
Nobody's asking for this. Nobody
Yeah.
cares about this.
Yeah.
Besides the person that needs distractions from his own self, which is these Epstein files, and he's doing whatever he can do. So that's all I think this is. Same with the NIL. He's trying to find anything that's going to stick to change the topic, so people can start talking about that and change the news cycle. But it ain't going to change.
Yeah, and that's it. I forgot about that. Let's talk about that real quick. I forgot about Trump and NIL deals. Do you have some details about what's going on, and what's the caveats, and what is Trump trying to block with these NIL deals?
So I don't know if it's anything he's trying to block, but I think that he's trying to step in and put in an executive order,
Mhm.
or considering an executive order to put capitation on how much players can be paid via the NIL deal. I
Mm.
don't think he has a lot of wings to fly on that. I think there will be a lot of challenges for him to move forward in doing that. I was just reading up quickly about it. Um, some challenges would be executive order aiming to limit NIL could face legal challenges, right? Because there's like bylaws of like wanting them to kind of say what's allowed, right? Like what kind of sponsorships are allowed and what's not, and what's
Did you,
acceptable and what's
did you
not.
say wings? I'm sorry. You say wings?
Yeah, that's pretty. Those are pretty wings.
Did you say wings?
Mhm.
My bad. Just had to throw that out there.
Super Bowl champ. We can interrupt me for that all day. So I think it's going to be a lot of challenges. Again, I think this is just another distraction, trying to throw things at what's going to stick.
Yeah,
I think legally, I think there will be pushback on that by
it should be.
tons and tons.
Yeah, it
Because
should
who's
be.
going to tell you what's right sponsorship and what's not right sponsorship, and how much, what's a good deal and what's not a good deal, right? If this person's going to offer me 8 million, you tell me I can't take the 8 million. What are we talking about?
Yeah, for me, it's I know Jay Williams had a pretty candid response
yeah.
that I thought was really eloquently done. But and he highlighted, a kid from Kentucky, some not what what we already know is that who is the highest demographic in the athletes and college athletes. But he highlighted the other side of it, which I think was kind of smart. But for me, to me, it's a cap on this, what Jay Williams was talking about. These kids getting the opportunity to spread their entrepreneur wings at a very early age with the type of capital that they have, and have impacts in their environments and their their hometowns with kids, and they can do a lot of good with a lot of that, that money in terms of what they can do from I'm all messed up where I want to go with this. I keep thinking about the Eagles ring and the wings.
But just think about the hypocrisy though. Think about this person that's made all these deals all through these last 6 months for himself, right? We got a Boeing 740, whatever you want to call, over that he got for X amount of dollars, and like, come on, man. Now you are trying to stop other people's money potentially, like.
Yeah, and it kind of what I was saying again. Like I just like this is gonna hurt. Like if you cap people, like it's just I don't think that's the way to go, and I don't think he can. I think I put in our chat, like, can he actually do this? And I in my head, I don't think he can, and it's going to really hurt like some of these underprivileged kids that made something themselves through athletics, and now they have a chance to go back home to their neighborhoods and show some of these kids that you can really make a change. Even if you don't make it to the NFL, you can really make a change in your environment and come back home and do good and, make something of yourself and, protect and feed your family. So
now with that being said, though, I do think NCAA
like a salary cap
needs to have a salary cap.
Yeah.
Right. Not saying that a player needs to be capped, but teams need to be capped on how much they can give.
I agree. Yeah.
And I think that's going to be the balance to keeping at least a little bit more even playing field throughout these next few years until that's structured out. So we'll see.
Yep.
If not, it'll continue to be the Wild West.
And, and just back how we do it, man. Wade and LeBron, you just throw the oop and I'll just come.
Rush.
Talking about these cats need to get paid. WNBA players out here want to get paid. All-Star game. They all came out in unison. Wearing, what's it say again? I forget.
Pay us what you owe.
Yeah, pay us what you owe us. All in unison. Obviously, there was a little bit of controversy with Kelsey Plum kind of spilling the beans. What she said in her presser, like we weren't all like going to do it, and I don't know. But I looked it up on AI to break down the revenue growth of the WNBA and what we've seen. And I'll let you guys be the judge of it. And I'll give you just quick high-level points. First of all, WNBA generated about 200 million in revenue in 2023. That is a 200% year-over-year growth from 2019, mind you. They just recently secured a 2.2 media deal over 11 years and sponsorship revenue in 2023. I'm sorry, over 11 years this past year. They have sponsorship revenue for 2023 was 860 million. In 2024, the revenue for sponsorship was 671 million. Viewship has been up 67% through 2023. Attendance has rebounded, nearing 10,000 per game in 2024. The league is now expanding, like we already said, 13 and 18 teams by 2030. Detroit, Cleveland, and Philly are the first on the docket. 250 million in expansion fees. Let's see what else here. Now their financial challenges. They've lost $10 million annually from 2016 to 2021, and their biggest loss has been this past 2024 in 50 million loss. WNBA players only receive 10% of league revenue, while NBA receives 50%, meaning the average WNBA salary last year in 2024 was $102,000 to $127,000 compared to NBA's 10 to 13 million. That's why their argument in their current CBA. NBA owns roughly 40 to 42% of WNBA, and they historically subsidized it, spending over $10 million annually since the mid 2000s. We have sponsorship, and here's more terms about why they saying pay us what you owe us. New York Liberty valuation increased from 10 million in 2019 to almost half $1 billion in 2024. Fan engagement's up on social media, but the question is the sustainability with their financial data, which hasn't not been publicly detailed in terms of really what their losses is. If no agreement is reached by late October of this year, could be a potential for a lockout. So, a lot to digest there. I wanted to get more of the details because I know on social media, a lot of the posts are saying, how are you going to play more players when you're running at pretty much a loss of 50, 60 million per year? But it seems like it's like almost funny money. The big things that I see is a 2.2 media deal over 11 years, which is really 200 million, a little less than 200 million per year. Their sponsorship deals, between the two, it looks like they almost have $3 billion in sponsorship deals and revenue deals over 11 years, and they're expanding. So if you're expanding, my sense is that there will be some losses early, but that growth of the New York Liberty from 14 million to almost $500 million over a 4-year valuation, there's money being made in the WNBA, but it just seems like the players are not making it. It's 120 grand a year, bro, is fucking shit to be a professional athlete in the WNBA.
Yeah, but historically, I mean, they've been running in a negative for decades. Like, they just getting money.
Yeah.
That's all. They just getting there. Like, let it grow. Let the foundation grow before you come out and talk about pay us what you owe us. Like, what are we talking about? If it wasn't for two young ladies, y'all would be back in the same hole.
This is true.
That's a fact. It's a fact.
Real.
And listen, I think they should get paid more than what they're getting paid. I do. But at some point, it's like, well, come on now. The league has been carrying you guys and the NBA has been carrying the league for decades. If you guys can continue this growth, continue to change, add more eyes to your product, right? Then you can do that. I don't know if this is the way to do that though. And that's what might be unfortunate, right? Like I don't know if it's the right timing. I think you got to let the money sink in first. They just got a $2 billion deal. Let that sink in. You ride the wave that you have, and then you can make a stance on, okay, we've solidified this, and we can see the trajectory that we can now potentially open up the books.
So the 3 top players in the WNBA, we're going to say Nafisa Collar, Asia Wilson, and then we'll say Caitlin Clark because she is the cash cow.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think their salaries should be if they were paying the WNBA rightfully with the money they have?
I mean, by the league?
Yeah, are we talking? You think 20 million a year?
Hell no, 20 million.
I don't know. I'm asking
for WNBA. They don't bring any money. They don't make money. They don't bring money. Like 20 million?
They will.
Oh, but we can't go broke doing it.
I mean, I agree with that, but you don't. The evaluation, to me, the evaluation is huge. That means that these owners of these franchises will be billionaires very soon due to the evaluation of their teams. And how do you you easily get there by not paying your employees?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's get there. Let's make some money.
Yeah.
And then we can talk about paying y'all. I can't go broke paying y'all. I just can't do it.
I mean, what is that? Fucking
how many decades have they not made money? How many?
Yeah, no, I get that.
That's Moss. How many decades? I didn't say how many years. How many decades has the WNBA? You don't even know how much the WNBA owes people. Like they may owe it. We don't even know the real deal. Like they may be like, in the hole so far. They probably like, yo, all right, we get you when we make some bread. They might be cutting a check somewhere else.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? To like some of the people that are helping them, build, they probably got to pay that money right back.
I'm trying to see, has the WNBA ever been profitable?
No.
Yeah.
What does it say?
It just says the WNBA has not been consistently profitable throughout its history. With available data indicating ongoing financial losses despite recent revenue growth.
And they still won't be profitable if they got to pay all them players the money that they want.
Yeah. And it's talking about where it got its history.
I think they're on a good trajectory, but you just need a little bit more time to build the foundation back up again, where it can sustain itself. And is not able to sustain. Matter of fact, what you need to look is how much does the NBA give to the WNBA yearly?
It says it gives it $12 million annually.
The NBA.
I'm sorry, not 12. I don't know what they mean by subsidize the league. I don't know if that's a tax thing, like it's a write-off. Let me see. I think that's what it means. Is like it's a write-off. Like the NBA can write it off those losses because it's a subsidized.
So the NBA provides the WNBA with an annual financial endowment, and as of 2023, also owns 50% of the league. While specific numbers vary, the NBA's commitment is substantial, with reports indicating that the WNBA will receive around $200 million a year as part of the NBA's media rights deal. So they're off the back of the NBA.
Yeah, I think that's what the subsidized means. They're
So
off the back.
can they become a league that can hold their own before we start paying our players what you think they owe? And I'm with the players making a little bit more money, because some of the, I think what Caitlin Clark's salary is like $77,000 or something crazy.
Yeah, but she just got so much money from everything else. She's
and that's what I'm saying, that she's getting paid because she's
Caitlin Clark.
She's the GOAT when it comes down to funding the league. And if it wasn't for her, we wouldn't be having no t-shirts, right? With all the attention, selling out arenas, like get momentum and continue that momentum. This has only been a year and a half for them. This is only going into their second season with this type of momentum. And that's what the best player probably ever for the WNBA, and Asia Wilson, has been on this team. She's been in the league for a while. Nobody jumping in and turning on Asia Wilson. And I'm an Asia Wilson fan.
Yeah.
But once they continue to change and get more eyes, and really it's the female viewership that needs to kind of help with watching some of these sports. You can't depend on a lot of guys to go ahead and keep watching, because we got our own sports we watch. Right? We about to be in football season in a minute. Nobody gonna be looking at the WNBA. So it's just one of the things I think they need more support from their own, right? For the women, need more support, and then build that a little bit longer. But I hate feeling like I'm on this side of that.
Yeah, no, I mean it's
sense, but
yeah, it is, and I feel you. I feel you. It's just looking with a straight eye.
Yeah,
calling it what it is. You know what I mean?
But I think it'd be bad business for them to, how much money you want to pay them? Like what, 25%? What is the percent that they're paying them?
I think it was like less than 10%.
Yeah. All right. So let's get that up. Okay, let's get that up to what, 15 to 18%.
Yeah.
Build the league. You can build the league a little bit more. They can stand on their own feet for a while.
At least.
And then you can kind of like go into the revenue sharing and all that stuff.
I think because you see the discrepancy everywhere else. Like people say, I think this came around when Steph Curry got his big deal, and I think he made like 50 or 60 million, and people were just like, "Wow, that's crazy amount of money." I think LeBron kind of came out and said, when Steph Curry got to the Golden State Warriors, the Golden State franchise was worth like 300, 400 million. Now it's worth like 5 billion.
Correct.
Because of one person. He's actually underpaid.
Yep.
So I think the players are all smart enough to recognize that, and they want to get their deal now before it balloons up crazy. because it's only. I think the WNBA is only going to go up, especially when you open it up more. Like if you're expanding, you're expecting to make money.
You hope.
You know what I mean?
You hope to make money.
You hope to make money, but if you're on the backs of the NBA, I don't think you're gonna fail. And as long as stars kind of keep coming, and Caitlin Clark continues to rise, she gets a championship, she wins an MVP, she officially becomes the face of the league by her backing of her play. Then I mean they moved stadiums just for her.
But you need more people coming into the league. Tell me one player from last year that you was looking at in the college game.
No, you're right.
So we done went from Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese's situation, so we can't even name. You probably got to think about who won a national championship last year.
Yeah,
that's what's going to be feeding WNBA. So you're going to continue to need these type of players to kind of come in. What I think should happen to make the WNBA a little bit more entertaining, they need to lower the rim.
That's what Shaq said.
Yes,
to allow them to dunk.
Yes, you want, because it's entertainment. And I know it's going to be a change of a game because you have to change it at every level, right? You just can't change it at WNBA. You have to change it at every level. So when they get there, they're used to playing on that type of court. But I think if you're talking about entertainment and people want to see, who wouldn't tune in of a girl dunking on some girl and, what I'm saying? Like, that'd be like, it's entertainment.
Yeah, no. Yeah. And Shaq was saying that, I should have put that clip up too. Shaq was saying that you don't even have to lower it like 8 foot. Don't be stupid.
Yeah.
Just lower it a little bit, like maybe 9.5, couple inches. Just lower it a little bit to allow, because that's the difference between the men's game and the women's game.
For sure.
It's dunking.
It's explosion.
Yeah.
You look at that. You looked at the All-Star game. How many missed shots was in them? Layups wide open. It's just layup, layup, layup. You look at Angel Reese. Yeah, granted, great player, but she misses half her shots.
Yeah.
And gets her own rebound. So yeah, of course. I'm not saying it's not talent to be able to jump that fast and get your own rebound, because it is. Carmelo Anthony was great at it in the NBA. Was quick off his feet to get his own rebound. But I mean, we're missing layups.
Yeah. It's true. It's absolutely true. Absolutely true. Kind of crazy. All right. We ain't miss a layup for tonight, man. We ran through what I thought might have been a lighter conversation, and easy talk for an hour like it was nothing, man. I want to shout out everybody who joined. Some of the new names that I saw, that one comment, I don't think I've seen him. Philadelphia Underdogs, appreciate you chiming in and talking your stuff from Philadelphia, man. I'm pretty sure Philadelphia name is from Philadelphia. But to everybody else, man, football season's ahead. College football is right around the corner. You know what that means. Me and Brent, the homie Be Humble, are going to get in the lab and make sure that we give you guys the best bets, getting our season predictions going. So look out for that. Those won't be live shows. Those will be recorded shows. So make sure you hit that subscribe, like button, all that good stuff, so you can kind of catch those free bets. And as always, Victory Monday Pod is on Mondays. My teaching shows about how to make gambling a side hustle always come out monthly. I'm trying to think what else we got. We got anything else out here? You know what I mean? I think that's enough. I think we go for almost 4 weeks with the shows that we got. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, and I do WNBA betting. Been starting off kind of crazy with that. Season kicked off after the All-Star break, so should be back this week. With some more games and some more bets. So, as always, thank you guys for joining. I'm Moss Money. That's Be Humble. Enjoy the night, everybody. We'll see you guys next week.